Hello students, today we will read the poem A Legend of the Northland and we will try to understand the culture, customs and lifestyle of Northland. The poet of this poem is Phoebe Cary. She was an American poet. The poet introduced the place which is Northland that the title of this poem refers to. This poem refers to the Northland. The poem is a ballad. Now, let's understand what is a ballad. A ballad is a poem narrating a short story in short stanzas. It is a traditional story which pass on from one generation to next generation. Now I start the poem. First stanza. Away, away in the Northland, where the hours of the day are few, and the nights are so long in winter that they cannot sleep them through. The poet of this poem says that the Northland is a very cold place. Away, away in the Northland, away, very far in this city. It is a cold place. The days are very short here and nights are long. It is so cold that the people cannot sleep comfortably the whole night because the night is very long. Where they harness the swift reindeer to the sledges when it snows, and the children look like bears' cubs in their funny furry clothes. Where they harness means plow, and they means the people who live in Northland. So where they harness the swift reindeer, long deer, swift, fast. Where the people of this country, when the snow falls, the people of this country like to go sledging and they tie reindeer up to their sledges. Because of cold, children wear heavy woolen clothes. They wear funny furry clothes that make them look like bears' cubs. Now, third stanza. They tell them a curious story. I do not believe it is true, and yet you may learn a lesson if I tell the tale to you. They tell them, the people of this country tell their children a story. The poet thinks that she believes that the story is not true, but she thinks that it should be told to the children to teach them a lesson. If they teach any lesson from this story, it can be told to them. Now the story starts. Once a good Saint Peter lived in the world below and walked about it preaching just as he did, There was a time when the good Saint Peter, the apostle of Christ, ईसाइयों के देवदूत. This stanza is about Saint Peter. He lived on earth, and as he traveled around the world preaching the word of God, preaching to give moral lesson. We know this. Next stanza. He came to the door of a cottage in traveling round the earth, where a little woman was making cakes and baking them on hearth. He in this stanza is Saint Peter. He came as he was traveling on the earth. He went to a woman's house. He saw that the woman was making cakes and baking them for herself on the hearth. Hearth means fireplace. And faint with fasting, for the day was almost done, he asked her from her store of cakes to give him a single one. Saint Peter was very tired at the end of the long day, and he was hungry also. So, to sustain himself, he asked the old lady to give him only one of the many cakes that she was baking. So she made a very little cake, but as it baking lay, she looked at it and thought it seemed too large to give away. The woman made a very small cake, but before she could give it to Saint Peter, she started thinking that it was too big, that she could not give the cake to Saint Peter. Therefore, she needed another and still a smaller one, but it looked, when she turned it over, as large as the first had done. The woman again made a very small cake. She went on to make even a smaller cake, but it looked as big as the first one was. So she could not give it to Saint Peter. Then she took a tiny scrap of dough and rolled it flat and baked it thin as a wafer, but she could not part with that. The old lady again tried to make a small cake. This time she took a small piece of dough, tiny scrap of dough. Tiny means small, scrap means piece, dough is the piece of wheat, आटे की लोई. So the lady took a very small piece of dough and baked it thin as a wafer. Wafer, a kind of biscuit. But the woman was so greedy, she could not give the thin piece of cake to Saint Peter. For she said, "My cakes that seem too small when I eat of them myself are yet too large to give away." So she put them on the shelf. The woman said that her cakes seemed very small when she ate them herself. लेडी सोचने लगी कि जब वो केक खुद खाती है तो वो बहुत छोटे दिखाई देते हैं, but they seem too big to give away to another. As a result, she did not give any cake of her store to Saint Peter. Then good Saint Peter grew angry, for he was angry and faint, and surely such a woman was enough to provoke a saint. This stanza is again for Saint Peter. Saint Peter, again I am telling you, an apostle of Christ. Now Saint Peter lost his temper, as he was hungry and weak, needed to have some food very badly, and such a selfish woman, a greedy woman, was enough to make him angry. Here is the word provoke. Provoke means make angry. And he said, Saint Peter said, "You are far too selfish to dwell in a human form, to have both food and shelter and fire to keep you warm." When Saint Peter lost his temper, he became angry. He cursed the selfish lady, telling her that she did not deserve to have such comforts of human life as a warm fire, a house to live in, and good food to eat, whatever she wanted. And he said, now you shall build as the birds do, and shall get your scanty food by boring and boring and boring all day in the hard dry wood. Saint Peter was in a very angry mood. He cursed the selfish lady and he changed her into a bird, a woodpecker who gets her food. A woodpecker is a bird who gets her food by boring and boring in all day. It is a bird and it gets her food by boring, by getting hole in the hard and dry wood. She does all day bore hole in the hard and dry wood. Then up she went through the chimney, never speaking a word. When Saint Peter cursed the old lady, she did not speak a single word, and she went from there through the chimney, and out of the top flew a woodpecker. Now she had become a woodpecker, a bird. She was changed to a bird. In this stanza, the poet has given the description of a woodpecker and how the greedy woman changed into a woodpecker. She had a scarlet cap on her head, and that was left the same, but all the rest of her clothes were burned black as a coal in the flame. She in the stanza is the woman who had changed into a woodpecker. She had a scarlet cap, scarlet dark red. There was only a dark red cap on her head. That was the left. But all the clothes of the woman were burnt, and they had become as black as a coal. Last stanza of this poem. And every country schoolboy has seen her in the wood where she lives in the trees till this very day, boring and boring for food. This poem was, all the stanza of this poem was in past tense because this poem is a story. But the last stanza of this poem is in present tense, and it describes the present condition of Northland. The poet says that every country schoolboy has seen her. Every small boy of this country has seen the woodpecker, the greedy lady in the wood. Here wood means the trees where she lives, जहाँ पर कि वो रहती है, in the trees, on the trees till this very day. And what does she do? She only make holes in the hard and dry wood to get her food. Thank you. ठीक है